building a very huge piece. I made this base a few days ago and it's pretty firm. So I'm just gonna be building from here. And I'm not really sure how it's gonna look like, but I'm just gonna let my hands lead the way as we chit chat. But I feel like I wanna create somewhere in this height. Before we start chit-chatting, I just want to put a little disclaimer. The content of this video is based on my personal experiences and opinions. I'm not a financial advisor or expert, and the lessons here are intended to offer perspective and encouragement. Now let's get this video started. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you how I got financially broke. And before you make judgments, I'm here to clarify that no, I did not spend it on partying, shopping, booze, drugs, and all lavish stuff. Some real life tough shit actually happened to me. But again, as I said, I'm not here to tell you that story. This video is about the 8 things that being financially broke has actually taught me. So the first lesson is being broke is temporary. You're not poor, you're just broke. It's not forever, it's actually temporary. And honestly, it can happen to anyone, even those who think they are great in life already. Understanding this was liberating. The financial setback doesn't define you permanently. It's just a phase, it's not your fate. And just like the seasons, this too shall pass. The second one is being financially broke is just one aspect of all the life richness that you should be collecting. When I got broke, when it happened to me, I realized that while I might be money broke at the moment, I had an abundance of other riches. Things that could easily go unnoticed. I realized I had so much time in my hands, making me time rich, allowing me to invest in my passions, my personal growth. At the same time, my relationships were flourishing and nourishing, which made me relationship rich. This perspective shift was profound. It taught me to appreciate and cultivate the non-material aspects in life, such as friendships, relationships, health, and personal fulfillment. Being broke is definitely just one part of the pie. The third lesson is one of my favorites, and it's you become fearless. Being financially broke is not the end of the world. Having no money is one of the scariest things to most people, and I super get that. I feared it too, till it happened to me. But after going through it, you realize that it's honestly survivable. If it were truly the end, I wouldn't even be here sharing this. So I'm here to tell you, you're going to be fine. You're actually going to be better, honestly. The fourth lesson is to take it day by day. Being broke forced me to live in the present. I learned to focus on the now, not tomorrow, not next week, not in the next year or in the next 5 years, but now. Each day became about the actions, the steps, and the thoughts that I chose. It also made me more mindful and appreciative of the small victories and joys in the daily. It kind of looks weird. I don't know where this is going, but let's see. Anyways, when I was broke, at first, I felt like my days have been so limited. All of my ideas on how to spend my days involve spending money. So that was really hard. I was just forced to be at home most of the time. But that's what I told myself. And if it's not spending the days by spending money, it's just like the thought of having no money freezes me. Like, it's just hard to do anything. All I can think of at that time was how to get money, how to make money, how many more job applications am I supposed to be doing. my god, I don't know what I'm doing right now. But as weeks passed, I learned to enjoy the days and lean into the nothingness. I started walking around the neighborhood that I was living in, and I noticed things that I haven't noticed before, and it seemed new. I found myself drawing, experimenting with lots of different kinds of art, making music, appreciating the leaves, and a lot of ideas started coming to me, and I learned to enjoy my days without having to spend a single cent. It really made me be present, and looking back now, those were actually really fun times. A lot of ideas just kept coming to me. The fifth lesson that being broke has taught me is that I actually don't need much in life in order to survive and in order to be happy. This period taught me the value of simplicity, and I really realized that I don't really need a lot to survive the daily, to be content, and to be functional. Actually, having way less will make you even more focused on the things that you truly want in life. You get to know yourself better. There are just less distractions, because when you have money, it's just so easy to spend it on all these things that people tell you that you need, or you tell yourself that you need. But as soon as I got broke, I only really focused on the necessities, the basics, and that was a big realization. I don't need much to be content. Stripping away the excess and focusing on the essentials brought clarity and peace. It taught me the value of prioritizing what really matters, and with this realization, I just felt more free and more satisfied emotionally. Okay, so number 6. The sixth lesson that being broke taught me is that there are people willing to help you and that won't judge you. You just have to be really cautious and mindful on who you're gonna be approaching, because when things involve money, not everyone is going to be able to understand. That's just the truth. This was really a humbling and heartwarming lesson. I learned to ask for help from the right people and accept it graciously. Accepting help is honestly not that easy, but it sure did humble me so much. I never saw myself asking for financial help and being 000. So it was really a hard pill to swallow. At first, I was honestly scared to just approach anyone. I feel like everyone is just gonna be judgmental about it, but I realized there are still people who are really pure and really kind and are open-minded and will actually even understand you and would really give help that comes from the heart. Like, it just felt really genuine. I think that's the first time that I've experienced genuine help. Like, you can really feel the difference of receiving genuine help versus help that is kind of transactional. Yeah, it reminded me of the inherent kindness in people, and it actually even inspired me to be like my friend. I want to be like the friend who helped me. I want to be as generous as her. I want to be as pure as her. She is honestly a saint, and I'm not even exaggerating that. Okay, this is how it's looking so far. It's pretty cute. It's very stout. I think I'm gonna be adding more here. But it's actually hard to talk and film and make this at the same time. But yeah, it's fun.
Number 7, you're forced to be creative and in turn, you become smarter.
So when you get broke, you're forced to come up with creative solutions, and that means getting a job is not the solution that is going to save you. Surprise, surprise. There's no guarantee that you're gonna get the job, and you're broke right now. You need money right now. So what do, right? You're forced to come up with creative ways on how to make money. You're forced to change your idea of making money. You're forced to be creative and innovative, and this can open doors that you never knew existed. This is gonna make you get out of your comfort zone, your 9 to 5 job, a boss telling you what to do and giving you your salary. You need to make your own money. And as scary as it sounds, it could actually also be exciting and empowering at the same time. It's gonna make you learn, develop a new skill. It's gonna make you tap into hidden potential. And these things are honestly long-term gains. They have the power to overtake your 9 to 5 job in the long run. When I got broke and I needed money immediately, at first I was like still hoping to kind of get a job, but I soon realized that no way I'm gonna get the job right away the next week, and those process just takes so long. So I was really forced to be creative, come up with creative solutions on how I can feed myself for the next day, and it's honestly really fun. You just have to try new things. I remember I would use my little money to invest in something that I could sell just so I can double the money fast and easy. Sometimes it even takes the same day to actually triple the little money you have. And this has really changed my idea on making money, and at the same time, earning your own money your own way developed some discipline in me, because no one's watching me, no one's telling me what to do, and I wouldn't get paid if I just procrastinate or do nothing or do something with low effort. It was up to me if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Just up to me if I'm gonna be earning today or not. And that requires discipline, and sounds like a hard thing to do, but honestly, all of the skills you're gonna develop and the personal fulfillment you're gonna feel is so much more worth it. And I guess growing up, I always thought like for you to be able to be stable and successful in life, you have to look for a high-paying job, a full-time job with all those benefits and stuff. But after going through some financial setback, I realized that there are unlimited ways on how you can make money, and there are unlimited ways on how you can be stable, just as there are unlimited ways on how one defines success. The last lesson that being broke has taught me, this is a big one, is that you can still be happy. It taught me that happiness is not tied to financial status. I learned to inject appreciation, gratitude, and joy into my daily life. And I learned that happiness comes from within. As cliche as that sounds, well, we always see those quotes saying that happiness comes from within. You can be happy without anything. And I believe that. But when I experienced being financially broke, I just felt those quotes more and I understand them in a deeper level. And yeah, happiness comes from within. It comes from the relationships and the experiences that we cherish. This mindset shift is perhaps the most valuable of all. It made me realize that happiness and inner peace are accessible regardless of external circumstances. I learned how to practice gratitude daily, even in the smallest of things like waking up each day, being able to breathe, having a complete functional body, having complete senses. These things that are easy to take for granted just because we feel like they're normal. But we all know that there are people that don't even have those basic stuff. Cutting. This one, I think this is the size and this is the height. Now that I am in a better financial situation, I can be sure that I can be happy, I can be confident, and I can feel peaceful no matter how much money I have or I don't have in my bank account. It doesn't faze me as much anymore. And coming out from that setback, from that really hard situation, made me braver, made me more resilient. I can honestly say, yeah, I'm more fearless. Where's my stick? Over there. Just a little last note, being financially broke was a tough, very tough, but a very humbling experience at the same time. It taught me invaluable lessons about life, happiness, and it really taught me a lot about myself at the same time. If you are going through a similar situation, just know that it is temporary. Focus on what you have instead of what you lack and use this time to really grow in ways you never thought possible. At the end of all this, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and you may even discover a new appreciation for all the life richness that is beyond money. And this is our final piece. I really enjoyed making this without really thinking while having a chit chat with you guys.